Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a pretty big book haul for you guys, so stay tuned. Alright everyone, so I have tried to get out of the habit of filming in the floor, but there is just way too much here, so I have no choice but to do this down here. I would have had to do separate videos. Excuse me guys. So my dad got a very good deal on a bunch of graphic novels at the flea market. We have DC, Marvel, Boom. I'm not sure. I think there's another kind in here too. And I'm going to go ahead and go through here and haul them with you guys. I did kind of have them separated, but for the sake of the thumbnail, I went ahead and had sorted them back. So let me just quickly move these back over. So this whole stack over here is DC and the rest of these are other. So I guess let's start with the DC. And there is a scuff mark on my floor, a little bit of dirt coming from these books and such, so please ignore that. But all right, so I think my dad paid like $40 to $50 for all these. And a lot of these are like, if you are going by the retail price, you know, $16.99 in US. And that does have the sticker from, I do believe that's a Books A Million sticker. And that is the price that they paid. So, you know, this guy had spent a lot of money. And my dad, like, made a deal with him to get all of them. I believe it was like 45 or 50 bucks. But first up, we have a Green Lantern Corps, and it is Edge of Oblivion. And it doesn't have a number or anything on it, but I know there a lot of graphic novels have multiples to them. Like for this one, it says Green Arrow. This says Volume 3, Emerald Outlaw. Now, I didn't sort these into actual like number order because there's just too many. I just tried to like do a general quick sort, and I'll sort them before I put them on my shelf. But yeah, guys, I didn't flip through the first one. I'll give you a little flick so you can see. Next up, we have a pretty thick one. This is a Justice League. It says The New 52. And this says Trinity War. It's a pretty thick one. So this one was retailing for $19.99. And if this guy was getting them at Books A Million, he probably did pay full price for that. So here is this one. Next up, I guess this is Sinestro. I am so sorry. Somebody's going to really hate me for that, but I don't know if I've heard of this one, and if I have, I don't really remember. I'm so sorry, guys, but this says it's Volume 3, Rising. I do like comic book stuff and all that, but I'm not a really big comic reader, except for one series, which is in the other stack, which I'm really excited to own those, and I'll talk to y'all about those when I get to them. But yeah, this one also said $16.99. I mean, I would assume the guy was actually paying full price for these, so I'm actually amazed my dad got quite the deal off of him. But this is Aquaman, and this is Volume 6, Maelstrom. Oh gosh, I can't talk. Sorry guys. So number 6. I'm not sure, again, which numbers of anything are here. I don't know if there's any consecutive numbers of anything, if I'm being honest. I haven't had a chance to really look through all of them. But this is Aquaman Volume 1, The Drowning. And this one, it doesn't have the same kind of looking cover, but I guess that would be the Volume 6 that goes with this one, I would think. I truly have no idea. But again, $16.99. If you could let me know in the comments if you know, because I don't. Again, this is a lot. I'm very happy to own all these, but I'm not sure, you know, when I'll get a chance to read all of these, and if there's enough to like actually read them in order, or if I'll have to like look at my library to see if they have the ones that are missing. Who knows? But this one is volume 4 of the Sinestro. I want to say it's Sinestro, and I might be wrong. Sinestro? Sinestro? Is it Sinestro? That sounds like it might make more sense. I am so sorry. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Please don't hate on me in the comments. If you want to leave me like the pronunciation, that's fine. Please don't be mean. But this is volume 4. And there seem to be a couple of these here. So maybe there's at least, you know, a set of these. I'm not sure. But next in the stack is volume 2, Sacrifice. So I don't think we came across the 1 yet, unfortunately though. Next in this stack is Batman Beyond. And this is volume 1, Escaping the Grave. So yes, I have heard of Batman. I'm pretty sure most of us have. And again, a $16.99. I'm assuming most of these are $16.99. Next up is Green Lantern, Lost Army. This one doesn't have any numbers on it. But yes, $16.99. And I have heard of Green Lantern. I don't think very many people liked that movie. I sort of saw Green Lantern at the drive-in movie theater, which, yes, we still have one in my area, which is pretty cool. But I sort of fell asleep because it was playing like multiple movies, and it was summertime, it was hot. I was just sitting outside on a blanket with a radio I could barely hear. You know, I tried. But I have watched it since, and I didn't think it was that bad. A lot of people hated on it. But this is Titans, and this is volume 3, A Judas Among Us. Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted with my little side stories here. But yep, another $16.99. Everybody's heard of the Titans probably, I'm sure, who even slightly likes comics. I've seen some of like the Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go episodes on Cartoon Network. Next up, we have a Harley Quinn book, volume 1, Die Laughing. I enjoy watching the Harley Quinn TV show, and I have watched the movies. I've watched the Suicide Squad as well. This is $16.99. Then we have another Harley Quinn. Oops, sorry guys, I bumped my tripod. And this one's volume 2, Joker Loves Harley. So good, at least we have a couple. That's a couple that go together. So that's a good thing. Next up, we have a Nightwing, and this is volume 3, Nightwing Must Die. So again, I don't think I have too many consecutive numbers here, which is going to make this more difficult. Like if my library weren't to have them, I'm not going to really know what's going on. Sorry guys, I had to sniffle. New Superman, and this is volume 1, Made in China. So here is a New Superman, and $16.99 as well. Next up, we have DC Universe Rebirth, The Flash, volume 2, Speed of Darkness. This one's a little bent up. Yeah, you can kind of see it on the video, but this one was $14.99, so that one was a little bit cheaper. Next up, we have DC Universe Rebirth, Blue Beetle, volume 1, The More Things Change. I do not believe I've heard of Blue Beetle. This one's a little bent on the corner, but $16.99. Next up, we have DC Universe Rebirth, Wonder Woman Year 1. So yes, I have heard of Wonder Woman, and I've watched the Wonder Woman movies that have came out. $16.99. Hopefully I'm doing an okay job of showing you guys these. My tripod's up as high as it goes. I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing. It's hard to like look over the camera and through the camera and see what I'm doing. Okay, so this one is Superman Red Sun. Here's that. Here is the edge of this one. So this one was also $17.99 for this one. So $1 more. Next up, we have Batman and Superman Volume 4 Siege. So, like I said, unfortunately, there aren't consecutive numbers really here. It's going to make it more difficult to read through these. But next we have another Rebirth book. This one is Nightwing Volume 2, Back to Bloodhaven. I'm sorry if that is Bloodhaven, I guess is what you would call it. I don't know, but $16.99. I feel like I sound so stupid when I film stuff like this because I enjoy them, but I'm also new to the game. And yeah, because I did have a manga haul like this before. So if you're interested, you can go back in my playlist of my book hauls and stuff and watch that. But anyways, here is a Rebirth Superman Volume 1 Who Killed, or Superwoman, I'm sorry, not Superman. Who Killed Superwoman. I was looking at it through my phone this time instead of looking at the actual book. So another $16.99. The ones that are Volume 1s, even if there's not other ones, you know, at least it's the first part of the story. So this is the New 52 Wonder Woman Volume 2. Which we did have a Volume 1 to this, I believe. Possibly. Okay, that was Wonder Woman Year 1. And that was also... It also looks like that was Volume 2. Well, shucks. Okay. Thought we had another one that was consecutive in numbers, but that's okay. So this one was $14.99. So next up, this one is a hardcover. Aquaman Volume 8, Out of the Darkness. And I'll show you the edges in the back. So with this being a hardcover, this one retails for $22.99 here in the States. So this has black end pages. If you want to pause and read that, you can go on and go for it. And it's black underneath. You can see the etching there. And it's just etched in on the sides. It doesn't have any kind of actual like typing to it. There is that. And then we have another hardcover one. So this is Volume 7, so at least we have a 7 and an 8. Unfortunately, I'm missing the first part of the story that way, though. But again, this one is a hardcover. If you'd like to pause and read, go for it. Black end pages, black underneath with the etching, but no actual ink or anything. So, yeah. There's that one, and this one also retails for well, actually that one was more expensive. This one was $22.99. This one is $24.99. So yeah, if he was actually paying full price for these, the gentleman at the flea market that sold these to my dad, there was a lot of money in these. Next up, again, another hardcover, and this is DC Universe Rebirth, and it's Titans, the Lazarus Contract. I don't see a number on this one. Pause and read if you'd like. Black end pages again. Okay, so this one actually has something on the book too. Alright, so that is what the book looks like. Pretty cool. Let me tuck that back in there. Yeah. There's that. And this one, another $24.99. Next up, the New 52 Suicide Squad, and this is Volume 1, Kicked in the Teeth, which I'm glad that it is a Volume 1, because again, Volume 1s are nice. It's the start of a story. Unfortunately, if I want to continue the story, though, I will have to find them elsewhere. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This one was $14.99. So again, most of these are going from like $14.99 upwards to like $25, I think was the most expensive one we saw. Pretty crazy. So this is another DC Universe Rebirth. This is Deathstroke, and this is Volume 3 Twilight. I have heard of Deathstroke. Another $16.99. Then we have Red Hood and the Outlaws, and this is Volume 2, Who is Artemis? And this one, again, $14.99. Next, this is a thicker one. This was definitely more than $14.99. This is Superman, Last Son of Krypton. And again, this one is thick. This one's a chonker. So $19.99 would make sense to me because it's definitely bigger. Yep. We're almost to the bottom of this first stack, guys. We got like a handful or two left. Next up is Superman, The Final Days of Superman. Actually, I'm sorry, guys. This is kind of crooked the whole time I've been filming by accident, too, there. All right. So this one was $19.99, which is interesting because this one's not as thick or nothing either. But there is that. And this one doesn't have a volume number on it. Next is Superman, Batman Superman Volume 5, Truth Hurts. So we did have another Batman and Superman one earlier. From looking over here in my stack, it was number 4. So we have 4 and 5 to this set then. And $16.99. Next is The Flash. Volume 1, Lightning Strikes Twice. So yes, I have heard of The Flash. This one was $17.99, so it is a tiny bit thicker. Oops, I am so sorry, guys. I'm doing a terrible job filming this right now. I keep accidentally bumping the tripod. I've got the books crooked. Please work with me, guys. So next up is DC Universe Rebirth, Superman Volume 2, Welcome to the Planet. And this one was $14.99 for the retail price. And luckily in this stack, next up was Volume 1, Path of Doom. So at least I would have Volume 1 and Volume 2 to this. $16.99. So for any of you who are actually like super into comics and stuff and know more about it, you guys can like maybe explain some of these to me, because I know like these ones are Rebirth, and then like there's different sets and series. I feel like there's so many of the DC comics that it would be overwhelming to try to figure out all the universes and what goes together and don't. If you guys want to, you know, clear that up for me if you can. But this one is Batman Detective Comics Volume 2, The Victim Syndicate. And this one was $16.99. My stack is actually sliding sideways because there's so many, guys. Alright, so this is another DC Universe Rebirth. This one is Harley Quinn Volume 3, Red Meat. And this one was $16.99. Next up, we have Deathstroke Volume 2, The Gospel of Slade. We did have a Deathstroke earlier, but I do not remember the numbers. There's just so many of these books. I will sort them later, but there's that. 3 more on this side, guys, and then we'll be getting into stuff that's not DC. So this one is Green Arrow Volume 1, The Death and Life of Oliver Queen. Try to show you that picture there. So this one is another $16.99. Like I said, my dad got a really good deal for what he paid for all these versus what this guy would have paid in person at the store. So next up is Volume 2, which is nice because now we have another 1 and 2 together. This is Island of Scars. So I will have at least a couple that I can read that actually go together here. And then finally on that side, we have The Edge of Venomverse. Oops, I accidentally put a Marvel over here. I didn't mean to, but here's our first Marvel. So there is that, and I accidentally missorted that. This is $17.99 for retail. All right, so I'm going to actually set this on the other side. All right, so let's see here. Let me try to move these back into frame real quick. Sorry, work with me here, guys. There's just so many books that they're sliding around. They're a lot heavier than you would think too, actually. But I'm trying to kind of keep them together, and then I will sort them out again later to try to actually get what goes together. I also have to find room for these on my bookshelves because my shelves are very full. Okay. Woo! Alright, guys. Let's switch to this side. So actually, we're not starting with Marvel on this side either, though. First up is Boom Comics, and this is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Volume 2. I have read these. I've read so many of these, and I am so happy to actually own them, though. I've been reading them through my library app. I freaking love the Power Rangers. This was my jam growing up, was Power Rangers. And I was so excited, like, when I found out that there were Power Rangers comics. And there's multiple series. There's literally hundreds of them. And I'm so excited to have the graphic novel. And also, this one should have been in the stack first, but they got stacked out of order. This one is Volume 1. And again, I have actually read these anyways, so it doesn't matter. But I'm so excited to actually own these. Honestly, my dad could have just got these Power Ranger ones and I would have been super hyped because, again, I love it. But unfortunately, this is the last of the Power Rangers ones, and this is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink. And I did read this series as well. This is about the Pink Ranger. And 1999, I think I forgot to show you guys these. 1999, 1699, and I showed you Venomverse because that was on the other side. All right, so let me set these over here. They actually have a very large bind up of these, and it's like $60 a book. Like, if I were to ever have any kind of extra money that I just really didn't know what to do with, I would probably get them, because honestly, I would love to have the really big, thick hardcover of those, but it's not a necessity, which is why I've looked at it and never bought it, because it's super expensive. But all right, guys, so next up, we have a Vertigo graphic novel, and this says Mad Max Fury Road. I actually have not watched or read anything to do with Mad Max. This one is a $14.99. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I had just ate breakfast before filming this, and I'm starting to burp stuff up. Ooh, I hope it's not picking that up on camera. If it is, I'm so sorry. So next up, we have a Star Wars Mace Windu, and Jedi of the Republic is this one, and it's a Marvel comic. And I do like Star Wars. I have watched the Star Wars movies. So this one also has the Disney logo on the back. $15.99 for the retail price. Then next up, we have Marvel's Fantastic Four back in blue. And again, I'm not sure which numbers these would be or if they're standalones, but $14.99. Next up, we have Black Panther, and this says A Nation Under Our Feet, Book 3. So I don't know if the other ones are here or not, but yes, I've heard of Black Panther. Rest in peace to his actor. $16.99. Next up, we have Black Panther. Okay, so this is number 2, and I'm not sure if number 1 will be in here or not. I actually am not sure. I would hope so, but I'm thinking it's probably not going to be. $15.99. Because the person kind of had these together. I just kind of pulled them out of the tote that my dad had sent them in and sent him the tote back and just piled these in a pile to be filmed. So next up, we have Han Solo. And again, this one's another Marvel. And I have, again, seen Star Wars. So this one was $16.99. So it's cool to have some of these Star Wars ones. Next up again, Captain Phasma and Captain Phasma. Oh geez. See, and I'm just not awake. I'm sorry. It's morning time, guys. I just make myself sound so stupid when I film these so early. Please give me a break. Okay. But here we go. And this one, again, $16.99. It's nice to have these. Next up is Iceman. Thawing out. I don't know if I've probably heard of Iceman, but off the top of my head, It's not ringing a bell, if I'm being honest. Next up, we have Stephen King's Dark Tower, The Gunslinger Born, and this is a Marvel graphic novel as well. So I haven't read that Stephen King book set. I know there's multiple books to that. There is the graphic novel to that one. I'm trying to go a little bit quicker here, guys. This video is going to be extremely long. So we have another Venomverse. It doesn't really say anything else. It just says Venomverse. And this one was $15.99. So the other one was a black cover. Next up, we have The Invincible Iron Man by, oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting a phone call. Hang on, guys. All right. Sorry about that, guys. My dad was calling me, and my dad, as of right now, filming, it's October 7th of 2024, and he has cancer, and I'm sorry, but I cannot ignore his phone call. So I had to stop filming for a couple minutes. I am back now. We have The Invincible Iron Man, and it says My Monsters. Hopefully we can get through this really quickly as well, just because my phone's about to die. $15.99 for a retail price of this one. Next up, we have Miss Marvel, No Normal. And this one normally retails for $15.99. Next up, oh gosh, excuse me, guys. I need a drink, but I don't have time to get one. We have this one, The Flaw in All Things, Karnak. I do not believe I've heard of this one. This does not ring any bells. But we have $17.99 retail price. Next up, we have Black Panther, Avengers of the New World Part 2. So I'm not sure if there'll be another part to that in here or not. But we're at $19.99 for that one. If anybody's just, you know, going ahead with a calculator and adding these up, you can let me know, because I haven't, but it's definitely a big amount. So this one is The New Avengers, and it doesn't have a number on the edge of it. But this one, okay, so this one definitely came from Books A Million. It was bargain price, $4.97. So okay, so there's number 4 on the side as well. So he might have gotten some of these for the bargain price from Books A Million, just took the stickers off. Who knows? But now we have Uncanny Avengers Counter Evolutionary. And here is the edge of that one. It says number 1 on the edge. And $17.99 for the retail on that. Next up, we have a pretty thick one. This is She-Hulk and Laws of Attraction. I did watch the TV show to that. I'm not sure if they're making more of that or not. This is volume 4. It may have been canceled. Honestly, I don't know. It was okay. Next, we have Black Panther again, and this one is part 1. So I do believe it was part 2 earlier. I'm trying to be quick because my phone's on like 25%. $16.99 here, guys. So next up is a hardcover. And we have Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians Disassemble. This says it's number 3. And again, this one is a hardcover, so it's got green end pages. And this one retails for $24.99. And then another hardcover here. We have Uncanny X-Men versus S.H.I.E.L.D. And it says there's a bonus digital. Obviously, that's probably gone. But volume 4 here. Black end pages. And this one retails for $29.99. Woo! 30 bucks on that one. We have 2 more, guys. Next is another Avengers and X-Men here. And this is Black end pages. You can pause and read that if you'd like to. And hopefully you can see it. But then it's just black underneath, no writing or anything. There's a little design. This is another pretty hefty one. Woo! $49.99. Good Lord have mercy. That's a lot of money. It's too much money for me, for sure. And finally, the last one in this stack is Doctor Strange, Blood in the Aether. I probably just said that wrong. If I did, I'm sorry. This is book number 3. $6.97. So this one was probably a bargain price. Black end pages. All right, so let me get these stacked back together. Normally I say short and sweet, but this was definitely not short and sweet. Very sweet price-wise and collection-wise, for sure. For that part of it, though. Oh my gosh, these are so heavy, guys. Give me just a minute. I'm trying to get these all back into a frame to film, just to make me feel better. I'm going to even the stacks back out, but there you go. Woo, what an adventure, guys. So please, again, leave me some comments. Talk to me about all these. And, you know, like I said, it was either like 45 or 50 bucks, I think my dad said he spent on all these. He got a really, really good deal. But all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you could, please leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Go ahead and check out my playlist of me hauling books, unhauling books, bookshelf tours. I have box openings from Book of the Month. I also have like trading card openings, Listia hauls. I have video game hauls, movie hauls, all sorts of stuff on my channel. I also have TikTok shorts that I post. There's tons of content, so please do subscribe. You can ring the notification bell if you're interested, and it will let you know when I post new videos. I try to post new videos weekly. I've been doing very good with that so far. And thanks again. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.